Hey guys. So, story time. As a reminder of this story, a little bit ago, because I was on Red Note, and one of my favorite things on there is that they, because you have to register in a certain kind of way, that at the top, it will tell you the IP address country where somebody's from. So, you know when somebody is telling you a fib. Love that feature. And that reminded me of a story that happened a few months ago. So, and then actually I went to go check into my, messages that go into like your other box or whatever. And lo and behold, I had a ton of them again. And if you have been on TikTok for a minute and you're a female, you have had at least a couple of these. You've had different ones, but a very popular one is the sugar daddy one. I get contacted by some dude, and they always start the same. Hey, can I ask you a question? Which then goes into, if I would give you an X amount of money, what would you do with it? Da 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 da. Which then leads into, have you ever had a sugar daddy? Okay. Just as a side note, FYI, real, genuine, like sugar daddies, they don't come to places like TikTok. They have their own spots to go to. Okay. These are scams. Now, I know this, but sometimes I'm bored and I just like to have a little fun. And one day we decided to go ahead and have a little fun. I got a message from this dude, and he again started, as I just suggested, hey, can I ask you a question? Sure. If I da da da, have you ever da da? I said, no, I have not. And it's not, really something I've ever really looked into, da da da. Cool. Well, I'm not looking for anything like sexual. And I won't ask you for nothing like that. I just want to be friends. And I just want to have companionship and loyalty and somebody to give advice to and somebody to spend moolah on. Well, isn't that nice? I said, sure, you can, if you are lonely and you want to chat, I will happily chat with you at any time. I said, but I don't want your money. Oh, well, I want to, that's not how I operate. I want to take care of da-da-da. I take care of me. We're good. But if you're, upset or depressed or whatever, and you need somebody to talk to, I'll be happy to talk to you. Well, we could talk about that later. Okay, cool. Then, as they do, they try to get you off of TikTok, right? Because, so that they can get more, sensitive information out of you without getting, banned. But and they're super slick about it because they try to ask you all these questions, which I lied about all of them. Lied. But then and even things that look like innocent, never ever give somebody, if they say oh, I will send you some moolah through whatever kind of app, just send me your email or your number so that I can verify that it's yours or da da da. That's a scam. That's another piece of information on you that they have. So just don't do it. But anyway, so I'm very sketchy about I'm oh no, I don't know what that is. I don't know what this app is. I don't have that app. I don't really use any other social media besides TikTok, yada yada. So I'm feeling cagey about it. And he's getting impatient. I was like, well, okay, I guess if you need to talk to somebody else, da da. Well, I just da da and this, and I'm just so devastated because I can't deal with American women. That's why I moved to Germany when my wife died a few years back. Again, I'm a businessman, and I have a lot of money, and I just want to share it with somebody, but I just want somebody to trust. good for you. I hope that you find that. And, carry on the conversation a little bit. Until he starts getting a little bit too, pushy, and I'm just like, and then I start like, cutting it off. But not before. I tell the man, Auf Wiedersehen. Huh? What do you mean? I said, Auf Wiedersehen, it was nice to talk to you. Okay, so this man claims to be an American businessman, even though the communication is broken English at best. But then for an American businessman claiming to live in Germany, doing business in Germany, to not even know a basic common German word, a greeting, which you would hear multiple times a day, is wild. And really poor scammerships. Just saying. We laugh about it and we kind of move on. And so in the next few days, I get more of these messages, and we decide to see, like, okay, well, they're their stories. Verbatim. We get 6 in a row. Verbatim. Same story. Wife died a few years back. Businessman in Germany wants just companionship. So we get to number 7. And I'm just like, kind of like, okay, enough's enough. So I just laid out. I said, no, you can't ask me no questions. I know exactly what you're going to ask me. I know exactly what's going to come after that. I know that this and this, you're in Germany and da-da-da. And he's like, oh, why are you so aggressive? Like, who hurt you? Who hurt me? Sir, first of all, I'm going to need you and your little group to get it together. You need to not share one script. Like, at least have the brain capacity to switch it up. And have the brain capacity that if you're going to pretend to be in a country, to at least know some basic words of that language. And also have some basic grasp of English grammar when you're going to go and pretend to be an American as well. So you're double whammying. I said, that's just poor scammership. If I'm going to be scammed, I want to be scammed properly. I get blocked, obviously. And then a few days later, I get a message in broken German asking if I'm looking for a sugar daddy.